Escobar, Jesús Honorio Martínez Cano, Luis Raúl Cordero Girón, y Diego Maximiliano Gutiérrez Guillén. Today we will tell you about the conjugation of verbs in Italian are, ere, e ite. The indicative present in Italian has a number of particularities that you must learn well, since it has nothing to do with Spanish, in the sense that the conjugation of or ending of the verbs do not coincide. However, it's very easy. You just need to devote a little time and attention to it. To form the conjugation of a regular verb present in Italian, you must eliminate the ending of the infinitive that distinguishes them and add the corresponding conjugated ending depending on the people. For example, the verb cantare, you should be removed from its conjugation ending are, and the root can will be the one that is conjured in each person with the corresponding ending. Io canto, tu canti, lui, lei canta, noi cantiamo, voi cantate.
Thank you, my friend Jesus. In my case, I got the ending ere. To take an example of what I'm going to explain, we will take the verb scrivere as demonstration. As we already know, we must eliminate the ending ere and stay with scribe. For the first case, the pronoun io, in this case we just have to add or in the termination, and it will be scribo. Then we have tu, and we will put e in the termination, and it will remain scribi. Then lui, lei, we will only add an e, and it will remain scribe. We continue with noi. In this termination we add iamo, and we have scriviamo, and then we have voi and ends with ete, and it will be scribete. And finally we have loro that ends with ono, and we have scribono. Thank you.
Now I'm going to talk about the verbs with termination in ire. For these verbs, we have two different ways of conjugation. There is the conjugation like the verb aprire and the conjugation like the verb finire. For the verb like aprire, the conjugation is the next. We are going to erase the termination in ire, and we are going to add the next words. For io, we only add an o. So now the verb is not aprire, it's apro. For tu, we only add an I, and now the verb is apri. For lui, lei, we add an I, so now the verb is apre. For noi, we add iamo, and now the verb is apriamo. For voi, we add ite, and now the verb is aprite. And for loro, we add ono, and now the verb is aprono. This is the conjugation for verbs like aprire, but what verbs have the same conjugation? Well, other verbs which have the same conjugation are dormire, offrire, partire, sentire, etc. Now I'm going to explain the second conjugation. The verbs like finire follow the same rules as the verb aprire. We are going to erase termination in ire and add the next words. For io, we add isco, so now the verb is not finire, it's finisco. For tu, we add ishi, and now the verb is finishi. For lui, lei, we add ishe, and now the verb is finisce. For noi, we add iamo, and now the verb is finiamo. For voi, we add ite, and now the verb is finite. And finally, for loro, we add iscono, and now the verb is finiscono. Other verbs which have the same way of conjugation are capote, unire, pulire, construire, preferire, etc. That's all for our part. Thanks for watching.